Guys, if this content has given you value or entertainment or both, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm and helps this content get seen by more people. Thanks. Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters. This is my Moleskine sketchbook, and this is the long-awaited tour of said sketchbook. I started this sketchbook in 2020 after I finished the Rendar sketchbook, the small one, and I started on this one as well as the Pocket Canson Art Book 1. As I got busy with comics and other projects, I abandoned both of these sketchbooks. But I was scanning some old artwork in from my other sketchbooks and found out that this one was half finished. And I really hadn't done any sketchbook stuff in a long time, so I thought this was a good time to get back into it. A lot of this is my older art, and it's not that great. Stuff like this when I was practicing my manga style, kind of this hybrid manga style I was trying to play around with. And I was just, I use a sketchbook like a sketchbook. There's going to be a lot of just random stuff in here. Inconsistent styles. I'm working with several styles, including the aforementioned manga style. This is the style that I normally use. This is more of my kind of indie style, if you want to say it, want to put it like that. It's not necessarily a professional comic book style. The lines are a little bit thicker. Your Marvel, DC stuff, and most manga do more of a thin line style, at least most manga that I've seen. This is just a random page layout. It's not a thumbnail or anything like that. Sometimes I would draw things just to draw them, just so I would have drawn something that day. This was me trying my hand at alcohol marker. It actually came out pretty good, but I didn't do like a ton of shading or blending or any of that. In fact, I think this was my first time using alcohol markers. I'll get back into that sometime later. This is that alien I drew. You guys remember him from the Canson mixed media sketchbook? Yeah, I took that out before I got rid of that book and put it in here. And this is just a fire pit. I don't know where I saw that at. I think I saw it on Pinterest or something. I just drew it. I might not even seen that anywhere. I might have just drawn it for the heck of it. Now, I did that with the alcohol marker. So I just painted over this page with black ink. And when it dried, I drew over it with, drawing it with paint marker. I just didn't want the page to be blank for some reason. Feel free to ignore this piece. I do like the way it feels though. All the ink and paint is like raised, like you can feel it. The other side is just me playing around with some gouache when I first got it. This is more of my manga style, me just trying to figure it out, as well as playing around with the alcohol markers. I didn't have Copics. I think I had Blick Studio markers. Yeah, I had the Blick Studio markers. I had some other ones. I still have some the fine color markers. So now you've seen the next one before. This one I cut out of the Canson mixed media book. Page over here is this is just some stuff I was doodling. This is some unnamed superheroes. I did this with ink brush though. I started doing all these pages here, in the woman over there on the left. I did all that in ink. The page on the right, that's a micron or some other kind of liner. The page on the left was the Pentel brush pen. Both of these pages are done with the Pentel brush pen, but the page on the right, I think I penciled that one first, and that's brush and ink wash, and coloring pencils. I really like how that turned out actually. So, and speaking of ink brush, this is my favorite page, or pages in this book. So I believe this was all done in Sumi ink with a brush and microns. I did the stars with white ink and a toothbrush. I used that splatter technique, and I really like how this turned out. These are just ink doodles. I had a green pen at some point, and I just had to use it. So yeah, I did some green doodles. Manga style stuff, working on the manga style. Now, this character, I draw this character in the manga style a lot, but I also draw her in the main style, so I'm uncertain about her. Now, these are some more doodles. I think I got the guy in the hat off of Pinterest, or I saw him somewhere, and I just drew him. The other stuff is just more green ink pen stuff. I don't even know what happened to that pen. This is a cover. This is just me kind of playing around with something I was thinking about for a cover. There's a ninja back there. Those eyes need to be much smaller, but this is my ninja character hiding in the darkness. So when that he'll be part of that manga, part of the manga stuff too. He's just hiding out. Of course, if I ever do this as a cover, it's going to look like a real cover. These are more ink doodles. I think I started drawing a rat demon up there, but it turned out looking more like a bunny or something. These are just random figures and poses, probably stuff I got off of Pinterest. Have I been calling it Pinterest? I mean Pinterest. I did this with the ink brush. I really like working with real ink as opposed to microns. It just even feels better and looks better. There's a very docile rat demon, and Eunice from the Rise of Magic. There's another non-threatening looking rat demon. I just wasn't getting those, just wasn't getting them to together very well. This is the manga version of Montague, and the guy in the back is a Serpentine member. I haven't given him a name yet. The Serpentine haven't even popped up in the book, so the way things are going, it might be a while. But don't think we're done with the rat demons. There you go. There's our guy right there. I think this is Lauren. I don't know. I don't know who this is. The other people are Dr. Dre, some goth kid, and you guys know Victor Locke Demon Hunter. I colored his coat with a blue tomball marker. I was just kind of testing it out, playing around with it. I colored his face with coloring pencils, but I kind of gave up, and I don't know. I guess maybe I wasn't getting the effect I wanted or something, but it seems like I just kind of, or maybe I just had to do something else and just never got back to it. I don't know, but it seems like I was in the middle of this, and I just stopped for some reason. So don't know what that's about. Now, there you go. Now that's a big difference. So this was the warm up, and this is the real deal right here. You got Eunice. You got the rat demon, that Rise of Magic summoning power, boy. You gotta watch their ass. The rat demons are controlled by Eunice. Eunice can see through their eyes. You don't mess with the Rise of Magic. This is the guy from System of a Down. Don't know why I drew him, but there he is. I think the girl is from Pinterest, and the guys are just random doodles. Now, this is Dakari. He does voodoo, but he does a lot of other magic too, but voodoo is his specialty. He helped wipe out Chicago's vampires, including the Vampire Alliance. So Dracula and Lady Bathory are going to be very interested in having a word with him. These are some random doodles speaking of Dracula, there's my manga Dracula down there in the right-hand corner. I'm still getting people's faces down. I don't know if I'm going to use him or stay with the Dracula that we're already using. So we'll see. These are random doodles. I was just trying to finish this book out. Sometimes I'm in that mood where I just want to finish this book and get to the night. I got all these other sketchbooks. I got the nicer sketchbooks, and I want to get to them. This is Zenicta. That's Hanover's girlfriend. I think you guys are all familiar with Zombie Girl. And I changed her stitching a little bit, or like the way her stitches appear. Now this I have to edit for YouTube. So this is Lady Bathory. And this is just a pen and ink drawing. This was also done with an ink brush. If you don't have a Pentel ink brush, get one. You will love it. Pentel ink, I have two actually. I haven't opened the other one, but I love the Pentel ink brush. I put the Black Cat ink in it from Blick. Love it. These are some doodles over here on the left. This ballroom scene, I don't know where that came from. I just did that off the top of my head. I assume this is one of Nodus's parties. He has the big blowouts, but the Sisterhood of Lilith have those big parties too. So I don't know. I just wanted to try to just draw that. It would have been nice if I had some. And I think I did this in pen. I didn't pencil this. I did this in pen. So so I was just doing an ink drawing. I was just doing an ink drawing. Okay. So again, I was trying to finish the book because I didn't want the book to go unfinished. But yeah, so that's what happened there. So again, guys, I have to censor this other page. Now, over here to the left, this is a random guy. I've drawn this person 3 times, generally by accident, but it turns out to be the same person, or at least it looks like the same person. So now he's going to end up being a character. He's a random Indian dude. We'll find a place for him. Don't know what he does yet, but he'll do something. We'll find something for him. So I always start out with this making the eyes, and then I make the face, I make the hair, and then it turns out being this guy. So you guys all know who this is. That's Zombie Girl. Well, for some reason, I didn't make her green, but I did make her in a way that would get this video demonetized. So it is a nice picture, though. So if I actually publish a sketchbook, this picture will definitely be in there. I don't know if I'll make it green or not. Random doodles, again, just trying to finish the book. Actually, the one on the left, I like that. This one, I don't like that. That's trash. I don't know what I was doing there. These are 2 girls I saw on Instagram. This is Nikki Howard, so I know who that is. She's a comedian here on YouTube, and she posts a lot of pictures on Instagram. I might redraw it and repost it. Now, I'm covering this up. These women are dressed, but they might be a little bit too scantily clad for YouTube. But this is scribble art. On the left, I just took a pen and started scribbling until I got an idea of something, and then I kind of eased into that. On the right, I was a little bit more intentional with what I was doing, but still using a lot of scribble lines and things like that. I don't know what this is, so don't ask. On the left, there's a young lady I grabbed off of Pinterest. Great shot. The stockings, the heels, the dress, the whole 9. She's in a bar, but I didn't really do too much with the background. I really kept the focus on her. On the right, it's just some thumbnails, but I decided I was going to use my Canson sketchbook for that. And then I started filling that one up. So you'll get another one of these. On the left, it's just more thumbnails. And on the right, this is just me kind of playing around with some faces. Again, I did these in ink, so I couldn't erase any mistakes. In fact, a lot of this later stuff is just in ink. This didn't start out as a thumbnail, but I am going to use this in a book at some point. I did that page on the right with a Sharpie fine liner, and you'll see that posed a problem for the next page. I don't even know why I did that, but those fine liners, the Sharpie fine liners, actually bleed through the page just like a Sharpie does. I just kind of did this on the next page so that it wouldn't be blank. And I did this with an ink brush, of course. So the right page is just me testing out the Hunt 102 nib. You'll see that on the next page. I actually have it there. And all of this is Hunt 102 stuff. For those who don't know, a Hunt 102 is a type of nib for a dip pen. A lot of artists swear by these nibs, and I can see why. You can get a lot of detail. The line work is different. Just the feel of the ink on the page after it dries. Got your boy Hercules right there. The Moleskine paper was perfect for this, as a matter of fact. So now when I buy sketchbooks, I keep in mind the fact that I'm going to be using dip pens sometimes. This right here shouldn't be too hot for YouTube. This is just a basic figure drawing. This is self-portrait over on the right there. I grabbed from one of my selfies. So I try to buy sketchbooks with smooth paper, particularly smooth, heavy paper, but then I have watercolor sketchbook. And of course, cold press paper is very toothy. On the left there, guys, that's the style I'm going to be working with in an upcoming project. You'll be seeing it. I'll be talking about it when it comes out. I'll actually be drawing it probably on this channel, so keep your eyes out for that. But that's in the future. But this is the style I'm going to be working with. This kind of indie, thick line. It's going to be done with a brush mostly. But I'll be using dip pens and stuff as well. So be on the lookout for that. So this is another thumbnail, but chances are when you see it, it's going to be a different character. Unless I keep this same scenario, which I might. I might keep it the same. But I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. And I want to change the girl. She should have dark eyes. On the right over there is me, more of my manga style. Might be seeing that sooner than you think, but I want to work on that some more before I bring anything out. This is just me playing around with the nibs again. And over on the right here, you know that guy. Yeah, you got Victor Lock Demon Nor. You know who that is. That's the Dybbuk that was feeding off of Miss Akemi. You guys might remember him. Over here on the left, you got Damius here off in the background. Hanover up here in the front, giving him that side eye. Damius is now the father, if you will, of the Sisterhood of Lilith. Hanover left a long time ago. Off to the right, you know what this is. Very vicious rat demon. Love the feel of this page. This was mostly done with the Hunt 102. This is more Hunt 102 stuff. I actually used the brush with this as well. So you had the nib in the brush. This was kind of an urban fantasy thing. You know, it was like the cabin up there at the top where you have to, you know, with the dangerous trek you have to take to get there. Off to the right, I was just playing around with some alcohol markers. That's something I'm going to move into next year. Paper is obviously not the best for that, so I'm going to probably be using my Rendar sketchbook. Just real quick, that's a no on that. I actually returned my Rendars. I was surprised they took them because I got those like a year or two ago, but they let me return them. They were brand new. I had never opened them. After using the Rendar, I have some of the same complaints that a lot of other people have about the way the alcohol markers lay down, about, you know, just how the paper itself works. And there's some people who love the Rendar sketchbooks, and nothing against them if you like them. I had 3 of them, and I used the small one. You guys just saw my tour with that one. And I wasn't feeling it with the stuff that I actually did do an alcohol marker. You know, yeah, it just wasn't for me. But back to the video. I do have some Stillman Burns books which would probably be perfect for this, although I'm pretty sure this will bleed through the back. We're gonna end it with your boy Nosferatu, just chilling in front of his big castle. And at night, you know how he do. You just be out there strolling, looking for people to bite. You know how that be. And that's it. You guys take it easy. Nathan Brendan Masters. Austin.